they changed the X ads again. Today's video, I'm going to show you exactly about the new X ads update, why I don't like it, but why you should pay attention to these future updates. Brad Smith, over the last 10 years, I've been helping companies grow online. You should know my channel from all of my previous videos from my playlist talking about X ads and how to actually get them to work. Now, take a look at this screen here. If this is what your account looks like, I can help, and this video should help you get going. Now, one of the most common things that happens is when you create an account, maybe it's a new X account like mine, you can look at my here, and or you create a business account and you try to run ads, it gets halted and stopped. Well, what I want you to do is head over to my X account here, and I want you to follow me and then send me a DM, and I will connect you with our top tier X ads rep that will get your account banned. Now, warning, you need to have your account filled out. It's not going to run if you don't. You have to have a profile picture. You have to have a banner. You have to have a little bio here. You have to have a website link to go to a page with a privacy. Here's exactly what ours looks like. On your website, you need to have a real website with a link, and you need to go down and make sure you have a privacy page in terms of service just like this. And then additionally, you need to have a few organic posts. Why would they let you run ads if your account is blank? You need to go and create organic, helpful, educational posts, post at least 6 of them, and then you'll be able to run ads. Okay, so the new dashboard looks like this. And honestly, I don't think anything changed. If anything, it might have even got a little bit worse, unfortunately. But what I am seeing is the costs are down. Since the ad dashboard was broken, you need to update your card on file. You need to create all new ads. So I feel like there's less competition right now because it's almost like a huge reset. Now, if you want the exact X ad strategy that we use to actually get a high ROAS return on ad spend, comment system down below and you'll get access to my relationship marketing strategy, where once you gain access, you'll be able to see the entire step-by-step training on how to optimize and actually get leads and sales from X ads. Okay, so in the dashboard, first thing you're going to have to do is head over to your profile on the bottom left, click on billing and add a new card on file. Now doing is connecting with Stripe. I don't know why they're not connecting with X payments that are being released. Maybe they're just not ready yet, but watch out for that. Your ad account will get reset. You'll be able to add a new billing. If you owed money from the past, that actually goes to 0 and you start over. Then you're going to start in analytics usually once you get your account set up. And then there's also going to be the campaign form. Now, these are pretty much the exact same campaigns that they had before, just lets you add posts a little bit quicker with a new picture on the side. That's it. You can also set up your composer so you can actually go create posts to your organic posts or your ads here. So it does help you save a little time. You can schedule it, you can promote it, but basically you can create posts ahead of time and you can go ahead and get those scheduled and or posted directly. It is cool because it does show you a little preview here. Then you're going to be able to see all of your past posts and all the posts that you've run ads on. You're going to see that it shows you basically just a summary of all the posts in your account that were promoted, but you can also go and switch those to organic as well. You can see all your scheduled and draft. Simple as that. Bulk editor is basically just going to allow you to import campaigns if you've got them from the past. You want to just do a mass import or export, maybe from one account to another account. You can do this on, but usually most people don't use this. Audiences is where you're going to go build your audiences and connect with your pixel. So you can see website visitors as an example here. It's going to give you an estimated size, and you can click that pencil icon. You can update it from there. Next thing is the app manager. If you do have an app in the app store, you can go ahead and sync that app here, and then you can run ads specifically to your app to try to get more downloads. Events manager is where you're actually going to see the events. This is based on people hitting your page, filling out your form, and purchasing something. You'll also be able to see some analytics here on the side once that gets updated. Now, once you're in the analytics, you're going to be able to go down and do some filters. So this is a little bit different. You'll be able to see your reach, your video views, website conversions, or you can go ahead and customize those for yourself. Now, one thing that they did remove was followers. Before you were able to actually track how many followers your ads produced. Now you can. So I think that's a huge mistake because a lot of people want more followers. And if you run ads, you can grow your follower account. But what you can do is basically scroll down. You can choose all of this. Usually I recommend if somebody watches your video for 3 seconds or 25%, that is a good list to actually do retargeting ads, which you would find in my full retraining. Now, from there, you can go ahead and scroll down and see any more. Once you add them, you can go ahead and grab this here and you can rearrange them. Maybe you want CPM at the top, spend at the top, and some other options you add up at the top, and then you can go delete the ones you don't want anymore. Check this out. On the last one, I was able to actually save this, so I didn't have to come customize this every time. Now I have to go to basically all categories, hit apply, but it doesn't allow me to save it or save it as a name. It's just called custom. Now, I don't know if that's going to be there when I come back, but before I was able to save that, now I can't. So you're just going to have to do it custom every single time. Okay, in the campaign form, it's still pretty straightforward like it was before. They did remove some options. So let's take a look at those. Usually for my organic posts, I like to do a top of funnel ad, so TOF, and then I like to do the date. Now, I don't think that X ads dashboard can tell us exactly what our customers are going to do. Are we going to say, I want you to force people to click on my website? No. Am I going to force people to watch my videos? No. Can I force people to download my app? No. And you can even see they have e-commerce sales turned off for now. It's not even optimized yet. Hopefully that's coming soon. But what I can say is show my ads to as many people for the lowest cost. And that's where I still think reach is going to be your lowest cost for your ads. If you try to get people off the X platform, they're going to charge you more. If you're going to try to get people to watch your videos, they don't know that. They can't force people to watch your videos. So I always like to choose the one that's going to get the lowest cost per view, follower, or click. And that is where I see reach come in. So I still highly recommend always set up your ads as reach, because you can't force your clients to do stuff. It's just they do what they want to do. So show it to them, the ideal people, for the lowest cost. And then they decide if they want to click, watch a video, or purchase something. So that's going to be your lowest cost. All right, then you're going to choose and call your ad group. And you're going to go ahead and set your budget here. Keep everything else the same. Pretty straightforward. Now, if you want to learn more in depth on what we do based on the demographics and also choosing your audience here, you can go back and watch my past videos in my playlist that you'll see in the description below, where I actually break these down step by step for you. And like I said, if you join my marketing system, you'll get full access to all of the training videos that break this down. Now, I do have customers outside of the USA, so I can go ahead and put things like Canada or United Kingdom. And actually, up until today, they were only allowing you to do 5. Let's see if they're going to let us do any more. Okay, I got 5. Let's see. So let's see if they ban this. But up until then, they only allowed us to do 5. So let's see if they give us an error at any point. Then my customers, they only speak English. English. And then I like to do age range. Usually my customers are not under 21 and they're usually not over 54. And from there, you're going to go ahead and see these other options. Now, each change you make will affect the audience size here. Don't forget to message me on my account if you need any help getting access to the account rep as well. So I don't mind about all of the devices. I don't care if you're on Android, iOS, or web, but you can go ahead and make that change there. Custom audiences. Now, this is where you can come back and do retargeting. So basically, if anyone visited my website, and once we start setting up events, I'll show you in the events area in a minute here, you'll be able to see exactly, you'll be able to choose people to watch your video, followed you, different things like that. Now, I like to do this as a retargeting ad. So for this specific ad, I like to show organic posts to make people aware. And then the second level, I like to do retargeting for any website visitors and people that engage with this ad right here. From there, I already chose reach and impressions, so you can't even edit that. You can set a maximum bid. From there, I just like to auto bid, and then you can always narrow it to maximum bid after you found out what that spend is. So you want to give it a few weeks, see what the bid strategy total amount is, and then you can come play around with that after. But you don't know what it is, so you want to do that there. You can also adjust based on where they show the ads. You always have to choose the home timeline. For replies, what I like to do is basically show ads down below people's comments for different posts down below. So you can show that as well. All right, so you can see Dave got rid of all of my targeting. So I can't go follow people. I can't go show my ads to people that follow me. I could only show things for keywords and follower lookalikes. Now you could narrow this down, but what they're really trying to use is this optimized targeting here. So you can see they want you to keep that on. You can keep that on and test it, and this shows it to as many people as possible. But what you could do is things like if people were interested in X ads for their business, I can go ahead and choose that, or I could call it Twitter ads. So now if anyone posts a question, comment, if they ask anything on Twitter about X or Twitter ads, my ad will actually show up there. So that's pretty important. So for today, my post is about relationship marketing. So if anyone talks about relationship marketing anywhere on X, my ad will actually show up. Then you can go and put some follower lookalikes in here. So we can do, people like Alex Hormozy. We could do Gary Vee, really anyone you think as your ideal followers. So think about your ideal customer, what accounts they're following, and then you can show ads to those people. And what that's going to do is you can see that it won't even let me shut this off now because of the keyword. So what I'll do is I can remove that. I can shut that off, and you'll see that this goes down quite a bit. So now I know that I'm only showing my ads to people that follow Alex and Gary, and you can see it's about 652,000. Now, how many of those followers are bots? How many of those are spam? So you do want to add quite a bit of names in here to really build that up. I like to be right around 1 million here for the ad. Next. All right, so when you learn my strategy, you'll see that no one wants to buy from you. They don't like you. They don't trust you yet. So what you want to do is get them to follow you, get them to like you, get them to trust you on this first ad that you show them. So what you can do is you can create the ad here, but what I like to do is give your profile some juice. So I like to say use existing posts. And what I like to do is click on organic, and you can go choose an organic post. Now I'm going to choose, and I always like to choose the pinned tweet. That way I can build it up. Now I can use this pinned tweet to build up more followers, more likes, more comments, more retweets. And if we head over to my page here, you can see this is my pinned tweet here. If my ideal customer reads this, they usually reach out and want to work with me because we set up follow-up and retargeting for them. So I know that this is going to get comments, retweets, likes, and bookmark, which is super important. So what I want to do is really push this. So when somebody says, hey, who's Brad Smith? They come to my page, they see this post with a lot of action. If they saw a post with no action, then they aren't going to care. So what you want to do is really build up that pinned tweet. That's a good way for people to find you, like you, trust you, remember you, so then you can start showing follow-up ads. All right, once that's done, you want to go ahead and name that. I'll just name it the same. So they're all named the same. You're going to hit next, and then you're going to want to make sure that your billing is set up and your funding's there, and then you're going to hit publish. Let's see if it gives us any errors. Okay, so now funding pause. You're going to get this error most of the time. So what you need to do is reach out to the XAds support and or go ahead and follow me, send me a DM and I'll get you in touch with my rep and he'll get your account cleared up. A couple more things I just want to run over with you is audiences here. You can go ahead and create that audience. You'll be able to import a full email list from your CRM. So if you want to upload all your customers, you can do that, and or website activity, anyone that's been on your website. You can go ahead and enter the name, the description. They're going to give you that universal event tag, which I'll be showing you in just a minute. And then you can basically say, I want all visitors to my website. I want just visitors to certain pages of my website, or I want them to be on the exact page. Then you're going to create that and it'll set up with your audience. Now, this isn't going to work until you connect your pixel. So head over to Events Manager and you're going to see your code. So this is that website code you're going to go ahead and put in the head section of your website. Send this to your developer if you need help. I always recommend using Tag Manager. All they're going to ask for is this pixel ID, and it'll go ahead and sync it with your Tag Manager. If you have any questions, ask ChatGPT. It'll walk you through it. It's easier than ever. They also have this X Pixel helper that you can install in your Chrome. That way you can see if it's actually set up and working properly. Once that's done, then you know you have website visitors coming to your site. You'll see that it's active, and you'll be able to go back to audiences, and you can connect the website visitors and see that it's active here. Then you can go back to your campaign and you can say, hey, all right, it's time for me to go to this one right here. And I want to go ahead and choose anyone that visits my website. I'm going to go ahead and retarget them to make sure that they remember me and come back and see my ad. Okay, so I hope that video brought you a ton of value. I know it's kind of disappointing, but the best news is the costs are really low. So we can show our ad to as many people as possible. The goal is to just build relationships, bring awareness to your brand, do some retargeting so they don't forget about you, and try to collect as many new followers and people commenting and DMing you as possible before they make another big change. Hope this video was super helpful. I'll post all those links we talked about down below in the description. I'd love to hear about you and your brand and your business in the comments so I can come back and support you, follow you, engage, so we can all grow together. If you want to learn more about X ads and all the different strategies we have, make sure you check out my full marketing plan, relationship marketing system down below, and go ahead and subscribe to this playlist right here where I break down more ads on the YouTube channel. And if this video brought you any value, it'd be awesome if you subscribe to my channel so you can keep learning about all this marketing and advertising stuff. I hope you are successful with this. Reach out to me if you need help. Remember, your customers don't like you or trust you yet. So build a relationship first, and then they'll remember you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you on my next video.